ed.com. Now let's get some rapid-fire response from our panel on these stories tonight. I love this one. Bill Clinton stumped for Harry Reid, Nevada last night and went off on Reid's Tea Party challenger, Sharon Angle. Rudy Giuliani was in New Hampshire slamming President Obama and refusing to rule out a 2012 presidential run. I say, run, Rudy, run. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she won't stop blaming George W. Bush for the mess he left this country and took a shot at the White House for not pointing the finger more at the Republicans. With us tonight, Stephanie Miller, nationally syndicated radio talk show host, and Heidi Harris, radio talk show host on AM 720 KDWN in Las Vegas. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Stephanie,
Thanks,
let's start it out. Let's start it out, if we can, tonight with our old buddy Bill Clinton. What is he a player, a major player now? He goes down and rips into the unions in Arkansas, and then he goes out to Nevada and says, hey, you got to vote for our buddy Harry. What do you make of that?
Well, the big dog still hunts in Arkansas. I'm like you. As I was reading in my copy of Killer Politics this week, I am not happy about this whole, the union thing. I don't think this is a good family feud, Ed. But, I mean, Nevada is a no-brainer. I mean, Sharon Angle scrubbed her website today. Forget all my crazy positions. Just give money to get rid of Harry Reid. That's what she's running on. Seriously.
Here's what Bill Clinton had to say about Sharon Angle. Here it is.
I know that the senator's Tea Party opponent's going to say that was a terrible thing. They're talking about these big spending Democrats. They think you folks have amnesia. When my daughter was a little girl, we started playing that great game, Where's Waldo? Y'all remember? The kids here won't know about it, but the older people remember. There was this great game you play with your kids, right? Where's Waldo? And now you're going to have to start playing that Where's Sharon game because she's hiding out, according to the local news. And I might hide out too if I said I wanted to get rid of Social Security and Medicare.
Heidi Harris, you should know better than anybody on the airwaves of Nevada. Does Sharon Angle have a good, legitimate chance of beating Harry Reid?
You know, I think she does, but I'm going to have to agree with Stephanie on this because her website, I talked about half my show today was devoted to that. I think Sharon Angle's campaign has gotten off to a terrible start. I think that Harry Reid started the attacks on her on Wednesday. She has not responded to any of them. She was on my show Thursday, so it's not like she's vanished from the public view, but her website should be more complete. It should have issues and contact information and all kinds of things it does not have. And you know what? This is not the city council. This is the big leagues, and they're going to have to step it up quickly because Harry will not stop attacking her. She's got to meet him toe for toe and blow for blow.
Heidi, as a radio talker, can you clarify her position? Does she really want to get rid of Social Security completely?
You know, not to my knowledge. I asked her about that the other day, and here's a shocker, Ed. She tap danced a little bit, like most politicians do on these kinds of things. So she doesn't have this stuff clarified on her website like she needs to. And I had a lot of callers today who said, well, Sharon wants to get rid of Social Security. Well, here again, a couple of days have gone by. She's been accused of that, and she has not come out swinging. You have to answer every single charge against you every single day. And a lot of people called and said, oh, well, Sharon's good at running at the very last minute in these campaigns. That's when she hits her stride. Well, you can't wait that long. You know how it is. Every attack has to be answered, especially with Harry Reid, because he's got the machine in place that can take her out if she doesn't get very serious very quickly.
Ed, she's got Scott Brown's consultant now, so she's going to have a pickup truck full of crazy positions now, so everything should be better.
All right, let's talk about Rudy Giuliani. He's ripping on the president. He's talking about jumping into the race in 2012. He was talking about his response to the Gulf disaster. He says it's been a terrible display of somebody's lack of executive experience, never having been in charge and not appearing to have the instincts for it. Stephanie, what do you make of this?
Oh, boy. You know, if only we could get Rudy in the race, the presidential race again, with his really spectacular Florida strategy that went so well, his executive decisions. I mean, you know, Ed, where do you start? The decision to put the command center in the World Trade Center, the decision to not have police and fire radios hook up. I mean, he really has his nerve. He literally defended Bush's Katrina response in relation to this. I mean, give me a break.
What about that, Heidi? Is Rudy Giuliani a pipe dream, or could he be a legitimate candidate?
You know, one of the things all three of us talkers know is that politicians are lacking in what the military guys call SA, situational awareness. They really don't have it. Most of them have no idea how unpopular they really are. Rudy's done some great things in New York. His campaign was a disaster, as we all know, and I don't know what he's doing, but his SA, I guess, is off a little bit. No surprise there.
Quick comment, Heidi, on Nancy Pelosi blaming the Bush administration.
Oh, sure, why not? Drag it out for as long as you possibly can. You got to blame somebody else. It's obviously Bush's fault about BP, and it's Bush's fault about jobs, and it's Bush's fault about everything. Why not?
All right, Stephanie, you got the parting shot.
She couldn't say it better. I couldn't say it better myself. Thank you, Heidi. You know, World War II's over. We haven't stopped blaming Hitler. Just saying.
Good to have you with us tonight, Stephanie Miller, Heidi Harris. All right, come.